Genie grind, I wish I'm getting rich, huh? Remember when I said I hit a lick, huh? I don't really wanna fuck the bitch, what? Willie went and made another hit, okay, like Prada on my motherfucking kid, huh? Louis on my motherfucking hip, huh? Curry how I dunk, no switch, hey, fuck you gonna fuck that bitch, hey, if you ain't gon' fuck with me, you a dumb fuck, put up a hit but feel like one punch, look at my bank and I'm getting dumb rich, and I'm gonna count it up till it.
Hello world, I am What If Studia, and today we are doing, well, continuing, What If Naofumi was summoned by the Elves? Part 8. I just first would like to thank you all for joining me on this grand adventure. Honestly, I can't express it enough. But now we shall continue where we left off. Naofumi staring at this scholar from the future. He looks up from his watch, saying, "What is it that you wish to show me, Merlin?" What is there to laugh about, wizard? The future you also called me that. It's quite funny how the two of you are kind of the same person. Well, not at all. I see. As Lillian puts her hand on his shoulder, saying, "What's happening?" as she brushes her eye with her other hand, as the cat wraps its tail around her more. It meows up to him, almost like it was trying to push him towards its master. What is it, Merlin? Your friends. I don't have any friends, unless they're... I know. Your future friends, the heroes. They're in the main quarters of the tower, talking to the king right now. Why should I even talk to those dipshits? All they've done is rot the land that they've been sworn to protect. I know that they're fools to you, Naofumi, but I ask you to please just give them a chance. Naofumi lets out a big sigh and says, "If this is the only way that you see forth, the least I can give you for reviving my arm is this." They start to walk, all three of them. Merlin behind him as he bowed, thanking Naofumi for going along with him. As Naofumi flicks him off, sort of just saying, yeah, whatever. Lily, we're going. As she follows behind him, picking up the cat and holding it in her arms. The cat plays with her hair as it strings down to its hands. She has no response, for she is too infatuated with the cat. They continue along the mighty spears of the Empire that all stared at them as they walked by. People really have never seen an elf in this empire, have they? They walk in, hearing the mighty chords of the church. He sees from across the lane a massive doors, two operated by royal knights cladded in great golden armor. He checks their stats, over level 300. Lily tugs on his shirt, saying that she doesn't trust this. Nothing about this castle seems welcome. The gigantic church that stands in here, it feels unwelcoming to elves, or any other race for that matter. As he says, "We'll be out of here soon. Do not worry. If you need to, hold my hand." She says, "You would have never said that before." He says, "What can I say? I've gotten soft." As he walks up to the knights, they slowly open the door. Still in their breath, he barely felt anything, not even motion coming from them. As the doors open, all four of the heroes on the ground, kneeling to the king. He was granting them money for their rewards. "Thank you, heroes. You have helped us in many ways. Now accept your rewards and..." Why? Who is this? As Naofumi marches down the aisle, all the knights inside of the kingdom and in the courtroom all stare at him. Malty and the Archduke, everybody. Basically everybody was just staring at him as he walked down the aisle. his burrowed hair as it reflected around him like a, hedgehog. He seemed ravenous. His body destroyed, and his cloak still hiding his left arm. The two shields that wrapped around him, 1 and 2 cross, 1 of devil and 1 of light. They did not expect me, did you? As everyone in the church, in this courtroom, has betrayed me. Perhaps not the heroes, though, he says underneath his breath. Merlin then strolls in front of him, welcoming him, announcing that Naofumi has returned, the great shield hero. He has saved people across the land. Dragon after dragon, monster after monster, savior of the Elven Kingdom, has finally come back. Please welcome him with your hearts open. As Merlin then shifts off to the left, their spiteful gazes all can be felt in Naofumi. He felt it once before, in the Elven Kingdom, and when the humans watched him be tortured. Their hateful gazes felt all but welcoming to him. Finally, my enemy was in front of me. However, they put on their sour faces, like they ate something wrong. Their eyes is perked up, like they were some sort of dolls operated by a machine. The king welcomed him in first, taking the charge, and mine right behind him. Hero, it seems that you have returned back to us. Applaud, everybody! It's a miracle! As their exasperated applause mean nothing to Naofumi. We searched for you. Days and hours. Tell him, mine. As mine takes her step into the middle of the courtroom. She commanded no power, and yet everybody seemed to love her. Especially Matsui. How does he know his name? As he looks over to see all the heroes astonished by his return, especially Motoyasu. His face was that of shock, absolute shock, and happiness too. He didn't seem like he was before. He had grown as a person, and yet infected by these people here. We searched for you, Naofumi. Lands and lands over. We sent out scouting parties, everywhere. As now, with every single word, Naofumi tightened his grip onto his left arm. His newer arm was able to actually feel pain, unlike his right. He tightened his grip so hard that he was starting to break his own bone. He gritted his teeth down to create even more pressure. She said, "We wanted to, now that you're here, we can grant you a reward instead of working for those stupid elves." As this is his breaking point. Enough of these lies. It's lie after lie. It's like they can't even tell. As, Lily behind him tugs onto his arm as she says, "Sir, you already broke it." As he looks down to see his arm completely shredded and ripped off. His arm was now hanging down by a thread of meat and flesh. I'm sorry. As he cloaks his arm behind him. Mine, of course, gets closer, saying, "Oh, is there a problem here? Are you injured? Perhaps I can help. I have healing magic." As she extends out her arms and tells him to take out his arm so that she can heal it. He looks up to her. "Fine, sure. Try your best. I welcome it." As Naofumi put on some smiling face, one that he had only kept for the courtrooms, never in bed. She said, "Now show me." As he puts out his arm, which is hanging down as his arm is put forward. If it was still attached, it would have punched her by this point. She freaks out and falls onto her ass as she shrieks from seeing so much blood and gore, his skin falling down onto the floor like he was shedding it. He says, "Oh wait, you're all pampered in this hotel. That's right. This castle has made you nothing but a pampered princess." As he then focuses and regrows his arm in a second, completely reattaching it and leaving the arm down onto the floor. That took a lot of MP. However, he made no face. The heroes are then excited as they break the silence. You know, as their minds are basically exploded by this point. They're excited. They're ecstatic to see Naofumi. They've just run over to Naofumi, asking all sorts of questions, where he got such amazing power from the bow hero. The shield one asks him, how much of these adventures did you really fully complete? Did you help the people? Or are you a good man to all of them? All sorts of righteousness questions. From the spear hero, however, he only got a pat on the shoulder saying, "That must have hurt!" As Naofumi says, "It sort of did." He says, "Really? Does your regeneration not work that way?" "Slightly." As he says, "You're really cold, Naofumi. What happened?" "You know nothing about me. Let's get that straight." As, the spear hero kind of backs away saying, "Oh, geez, man." All three of them then start to dissuade from him. However, they say, "Well, we should get to know each other better. You'll be helping us either way. I've just recently gained level 110. As the rest of them are like, ugh. As all the rest of them don't seem to have gotten that high. Not even reasonably around there. Naofumi had gained a power so long ago to sense people's intentions, to sense evil. And all he had felt was nothing but anxiety, hate, worshipness from these people in this court. But right now he felt so innocent with them. He felt like just another kid. Just another person with these guys. It felt like being alone with Lily again. Just alone, together. Such a peaceful time. Such happy faces. No betrayal. Just having a good time for the sake of it. Naofumi's shield around his heart broke. If only just for a second. What amazing power level. To have that much XP in this little of time? That's crazy, Motoyasu. Oh, you remember my name. We can all see it on our bars, idiot. As all three of them kind of laugh. Naofumi gives in and giggles. It's been a while since he let himself laugh like that. He looks to Merlin as Merlin nods to him. Yeah. I told you. As he's like, that smug son of a bitch. However, mine interrupts this moment. When Merlin was just feeling good. Actually, I have a proposal. Motoyasu, of course, shifts his attention over to her as he says, "Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't hear." As Naofumi looks in question. Seeing as he wraps his arm around her, he says, "We just recently became girlfriend and boyfriend. You jealous?" As his voice got really deep there. Naofumi's like, "Not really." He says, "Really?" As this knocks Motoyasu off of his balance, saying, "Oh, I see how it is. you and the girl back there, is that right? As he like he nudges on Naofumi, as the rest of the guys are like start closing in on him, saying, "Oh, Naofumi got himself an elven girlfriend now," and he's like, "Come on, guys," as he uses his crosses to like push them away as they all try to like creep in on him more. He kind of holds them back with the shield. He's just like, "That's enough. I'm not going to tell you anything until you actually come to the Elven Kingdom and see what I have done." As they're all like, "Really? We can go to the Elven Kingdom?" He's just like, "Of course. Why would I not invite you guys?" He sees this as a chance to get to, cement his relationship with the heroes, to try to show them a better way of life instead of this deceitful courtroom. Everybody in here, he feels nothing but hatred. Not only for him, but for each other. It's not a good area. These guys seem to have been affected. Although they are powerful because of it, it seems that it has affected them in multiple ways. Mine, of course, interrupts this again, saying, "They will be doing no such thing. But in the meantime, why don't to get to know each other a little more? How about we have a duel before the shield hero, and Matayasu, the kingdom's greatest hero." As Naofumi trusts nothing of what she says. What does she mean by a duel? He gets very deep into his voice for a second. However, Matayasu's like, "That'd be a great idea!" His eyes elate, as all the rest of the heroes are like, "I would like to see his power." As she's like, "Oh no, you guys shouldn't watch." But they're like, "Why not?" "Well, we've got 2 great quests for you," as she pulls that out of her ass somehow. Naofumi and tries to convince Matayasu that this isn't a good idea. However, Matayasu is too happy to have a duel finally with somebody that he doesn't know the level of. He's like, "Oh, by the way, what's your level?" Naofumi says that he hasn't known ever since he got here. He's been killing a lot, but he has no clue. As he says, "Oh, is that so, Naofumi? Well, I'll be a good tester for it, won't I? Don't worry, I'll go easy on you." As he just rubs Naofumi's head. However, Naofumi is holding himself back quite a lot. He says, "Fine, a duel it shall be." As now he says, "Tomorrow," and Naofumi's like, "I'll be there, I guess." Lily, kind of as Matayasu. Actually, while he's walking away, sees Lily, and she's like, "Well, who's this pretty lady?" As he's just like, "Oh, that's Lily." As he's like, "Oh, is this the girlfriend I've been hearing so much about?" She gets nervous as she blushes and walks behind Naofumi. He says, "Elven women, so mysterious, and they always run away from me. I guess they're just too afraid of you." "No. Oh, you know nothing of women, Naofumi. Sorry to say it, but you're hopeless." As he's like, "I think the woman behind me is kind of telling me something different." As he's like, "Women are a mysterious force, Naofumi. You will never know exactly what they are thinking. Till tomorrow, Naofumi. Give me a good challenge." As Naofumi's like, "No, don't worry about that." As he turns around and sees the rest of the court. As Matayasu walks away, Naofumi looks to the rest with spite, like he's some sort of lord looking down on some ants. His eyes are filled with nothing but hatred for these men. They see nothing in him, so he shall see nothing in them, he says. As he throws his cloak and he walks away, mine had followed Matayasu. So Naofumi shall also head to the arena to prepare. Alright, world, I think I'll be holding it there. That seems like a really good place to stop, so I will be stopping. I might be posting another one today. I don't know so much. But I'll see you sometime, somewhere. Goodbye.
Genie grind, I wish I'm getting rich, huh? Remember when I said I hit a lick, huh? I don't really wanna fuck the bitch, what? Willie went and made another hit, okay, like Prada on my motherfucking kid, huh? Louis on my motherfucking hip, huh? Curry how I dunk, no switch, hey, fuck you gonna fuck that bitch, hey, if you ain't gon' fuck with me, you a dumb fuck, put up and hit him up for that one punch, look at my bank and I'm getting dumb rich, and I'm gonna count it up till 100.